I'm using a mod here. I think it's actually off because of I don't know why. We haven't played in a bit. It's a turn-based strategy game. Look kind of like Civilization, but it's not Civilization. It's kind of like Civilization with ugly colors, I guess you may call it. Actually put the lower skulls for this one. Maybe they actually fixed this. When was the last patch for this game? 27 June. Uh-huh. I want to play some Necrons. Put Warpstone Glow. Played the Necrons deck in Universes Beyond and Magic the Gathering. Such a cool art. It was funny to see a Tomb Blade being actually like a big creature. Let's put it with a quest and Lower Skulls. Haven't done it in a while. Go with the medium up. So who are we gonna fight? It's all set up right. Necron tomb density. Necrons can build tombs on top of special tiles. Put this to medium, and put this in medium. Since we'll put the one of the Elder in the game. Why not? I think everything else is fine. Craft to Eldari. Let's make one of the Master Militarum. Chaos. I'll just one simple game here. Medium up, very hard. Landmass very high. Pretty much the standard setup I prefer. Other than we specialized here is we put quests on and Lower Skulls is enabled. This is gonna be the seed. And let's go. Free for all between Necrons, Scarfield Dari, Astalnatarum, and Chaos Space Marines.
For eons we waited. Waited for new life to cover our world. Life weak, Old Ones, to take the galaxy for ourselves. Our old enemies left us a gift. One that tore the planet apart and trapped us here. This is a rude awakening, but this planet shall learn to fear the Necrons again.
We're on the top left. We play Necrons in a while. So there's nothing really to decide with Necrons at the start of the game. You get Canoptic Spider, and it's positioned on top of a Necron tomb. It's a tile. It's the only place where the Necrons can build cities. So not much to think here. We get a Recap Leaf outpost. This one provides energy, influence, and loyalty when controlled by the city. So I played with this on very low settings, so it's then all over the place. The city usually gets 1, 2 maybe. So not much here to do. Canoptic Spy is a unit that will found a city here. And we get the Gord tier. Hold on, let me have to put rename unit on. Rename unit for this game is gonna be 1000. Yeah, we start with 2 Necron warriors, our basic soldier unit. They're actually really good. The Necrons got buffed healing. Thanks multiplayer. Made Necrons very nice in single player. So, reanimation protocols, regeneration pretty much, 2 hit points per turn. It's disgusting. I think it might be the best thing in the game. So 2 Necron warriors. Necrons have some of the most deadliest weapons in the game, and some of the craziest resilience in the game. Send this one here. Wildlife is on medium. That's gonna be like the gray, the enemies. Another recap leaf here, and another Necron tomb. Oh, look at this! Wow. I guess we are expanding here. So the first phase of the game is build up and explore, while not taking much losses. It's a turn-based game, so things snowball. Start with the Royal Court. This is population limit increase and some kind of base resources. Necrons don't have food, they use ore and energies. Style is pretty generic here. To build buildings, we need to use energy, and then we upgrade them with ore. It's 4 place limit for gladiators. No, you can put 16, I think. That can get crazy. I think Necrons prefer deserts around their cities, so not a very good position for us. It's actually quite bad. This is Necrons don't like grasslands. Not a very good spot. So we spawn in a kind of poor part of the map. We want deserts and volcanic. But we got grasslands the worst. So what are we gonna research? I guess the Royal Pyramid first. It's a building that produces heroes. Restart. I don't do things like this here. That just spoils the game. Is it Witcher news? What Witcher news? The unit collision, so from my experience so far, Alex, it seems to be working just fine. Cavill is gone. Geralt was recast. Why is Cavill gone? Too expensive. What's the reason? God damn. We need energy right now. I guess one research building and one energy building. We'll take this style as has 3 slots. Well, that sucks. Well, hopefully they get somebody good. Liam Hemsworth, is that the brother of Chris Hemsworth? Oh, that seems doomed, but we'll see. Got an Overwatch and some neophytes. Look at this, scratching our paint here. So our mission is to get a summoning core and Necron Wars. We don't really care about this. We don't care about this. We turn on the quest so we can do the Lord of Skulls. We do have rapid fire at half range. Look at this, man. This is like a slaughter. I wonder how these people even get jobs. Who hires these people? It's like where are all the people with passion gone? Everybody's just here for the money. Look at this, they killed one of the Necron warriors but immediately regenerated. That is sick. Okay, when we capture an outpost, we immediately gain +1 energy, +1 influence on the top. But if we want to benefit from +20% loyalty, we have to claim it with a city. These are Elder gates, so we have to destroy this because there's Elder in the game. Our units pretty much have weapons that scale, deadly weapons, and they have regeneration. They have decent health and armor. Necrons on the worst quality. We'll start with the research building, because research is very important. And then we'll get an energy one, because energy is our main resource to build stuff. Yeah, do we even have a technology to buff the research? Technology to buff the regeneration. We have to be careful how far we go. We get some ore here. So if I build a city here, we would have had both of them. But this is, you know, Hunt side. This is down. As units get kills, they get experience, and as they get experience, they get levels. And with levels, they get tougher. More health, morale, damage. Okay, this part is clear. We need to clear this area of wildlife. Bloomcool's playing a 200-hour game. Oh, Bloomcools, you're funny. Yeah, got the roll pyramid. The first hero is the Necron Lord. We have another ability on our Necrons, is the Necrodermis Repair. We can use Influence to instantly regenerate, heal. Okay, so what are we gonna go here? I don't really care about a lot of this low tier stuff, like the flayed ones. Like early on, a lot of this stuff doesn't do anything. Like flayed ones is an early unit, but doesn't do anything really. Anything for us. We need to advance, because you know, AI will scale difficulty. We don't want to have weak units. There are things like Dimensional Corridor, which might be useful later, but we don't need it right now. Later we can get in one turn. And the Hypostyle Temple produces vehicles. That makes sense. We need 2 technologies in previous tier to unlock the next tier. I have a little bit of cover in the outpost, but we still have really hard-hitting weapons. Oh, hey there, friend, you hiding? Are Catan in the game? There is a Catan unit. Got to get some good rolls to locations. I play outpost on very low, so it's just all gonna be average. I don't like default setting for the outposts or the artifacts. Should not go too far. There's some Umbra here. Umbra are scary. It's not downtime, it's like such bullshit. Necrons are such bullshit because of that. What is that, 54? It says hammering. Uh-huh. Gotta check. Okay, we have all the good exploration here. We have Imperial Guard, we have all the trouble here. Okay, we generate extra research, we generate extra energy, and now we get some more important stuff. More important stuff. Like one ore building, and then we get another tile here for production, and we'll get some production buildings. Tier 2, what do we have on Tier 2? It's a Cryptek, Immortals, Nebuloscope, Shelters, Shield Vein. 2 technologies for Tomb Blades. Get Shelters, cause you need to expand. This is building the increased population limit. Rename City. That's not this game. That's a wrong option there, guy. It's a rename unit for this one. I clicked yes. Well, 54. You can rename 9 more units in this game. Canoptic lets me expand, yeah. Canoptic Spider. Was a city. No, there's no cities in this game, it's all units. Oh boy, this might be actually very dangerous. Oh, we don't even can finish it off. Sucks. We have the estimate on the left side. The Umbras might actually kill that unit. Exactly enough. Okay, good to know. I didn't know they could actually kill it like that. We didn't see the second one. Fog of War is the most dangerous thing in this game. Lost on the warriors, but we freed some upkeep. We'll just slow down our clear of the area. The guy just fled into the trees. This place actually grew, we built faster than it grew, huh? Because we already reached population limit. We need to get more room so we can have a penalty to growth. It comes with shelters. Probably best to keep the Necrons warriors together at the start. Losing that unit is a setback. Now this guy is gonna be in danger as well. Necrons do have regeneration, but if they get killed before they can have a chance to repair, it like doesn't help. Increase the production of hypostyle temples. That's the vehicle building. Okay, we need one shelter before we do anything else. We're losing growth otherwise. And then we'll get a royal pyramid. And a temple. These things also produce some resource, influence loyalty, energy loyalty. We could also use influence to rush this, it's a Necron thing, but we don't need to rush it. Yeah, this one is getting overwhelmed by these guys around. Those are just foot soldiers, so ignore the summoning core. phase does this even make it? I guess it gives us +1, maybe. Increase the healing of living metal, but we don't have any living metal. This cannot expire, so we can expand. It's gonna come from the temple. So basically, they're rotating here. Without 2 guys, this guy's overwhelmed. Now they're gonna flee to heal. But none are gonna work for them very well. We're getting a royal pyramid for the Necron Lord. It's gonna be very ugly if there's a chaos close to us with losing 1 warrior and not getting barracks. There's some influence here. And these guys can't do much against multiple units just rotating out and healing. The infantry in the forest have cover, so they take less damage. It's like a range damage reduction. Looks like we should have mailed the temple first to get the spider up first. So was not the right play there. So temple first, then the royal pyramid. We could have had the city a few turns faster. Is it the summoning core for the canoptic? We'll see.
Oh my god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What
Thank you, Rune.
the hell?
Output of energy core. So let's get something more important here. What do we have? Ghost Arc is there. Heavy destroyers. Rack Stalker got buffed, I think. This is serious firepower against infantry. One is down as well. So we get a second production slot here, which produces the heroes. It's our basic hero Necron Lord. I think we need summoning core for the cryptic. Or yeah. So starting with Necron, we should get summoning core first. Before the Lord one, so we can get the... We could have had a city in a few turns. When you build a city, it gets a core building with a lot of resources, so it's a no-brainer to get a second city as soon as possible. We have a shop here. The trader. We could use some influence to buy stuff. We do have some influence available, and we can immediately get an item that generates influence. The Necron War is level 2. Necron Lord is coming out next turn. This button here, A. Here. Are they fleeing from somebody? Those are enslavers. It must be an alpha close.
Yes, Overlord.
Okay, this is our lord here. Very tough. There's one melee weapon, one short range weapon. They did improve Void Strike. Last time I used it was way too weak. Dynasty increases population limit on all cities, which makes the Necron Lords very good. We need a Dynasty at this point. Dynasty will make sure that we don't have to build the shelter anytime soon. Having a hero in every city has more population limit. That's excellent. The next one costs double. I should go immediately kill this, huh? Level immediately, huh? Defense protocols to get armor on the units, not really much here. Got the Void Strike here. I'm not gonna get this right now. We're gonna get some ore. Not the right tile to do it in though. Get a temple first. I'm gonna get 2 ore buildings here. Canoptic. Yeah, we're not Canoptic. And we're building a city here. Tier 4, this is the range in the city position. This is Tesla weapons. Tesla weapons are on Annihilation Barge and Immortals. Maybe Influence Output of Stele. That's the influence building. Radius. And this one is gonna be. This one is the most important one to get eventually, so might as well start on it. I got me Necrons Magic the Gathering deck foiled. Actually played with it as well before I bought it. And the cards look beautiful. Let me show you guys. Scryfall, right? Oh, no, that's not the right way to go. What the hell is advanced ones here? The deck's pretty strong. Yeah, the cards in those decks are wow. Like for a precon deck, it's just wow. So these are the commanders, or the legendary creatures in those decks. Like, you have this guy for the Necrons. But you can use also 2 other guys, like these 2 guys for the Necrons. You can use another 3rd guy as well. Zarek, the Silent King. And Imhotep, the Stormlord. I find it really cool they actually gave name to the abilities, although they're just basically abilities, you know, just added a flavor to the cards on top of, you know, just the regular abilities. And if you look at the, I guess you have to go through around. I mean, the art is incredible. Look at the art on the cards. Like there's a flayed one, there's a cryptic, chronomancer, Lockhouse Heavy Destroyer, Lich Guard, Illuminator Xeras, Necron Deathmark, Necron Overlord. This is in the demon deck, right? Didn't put anything like really big for the Necrons. Or did they? Like a bunch of stuff. They added a vehicle for the Space Marines. There's a Tomb Blade, but it's like 6 cost, like makes the Tomb Blade a big deal. It's not just a light, smaller unit. There's a Triarch Stalker. And according to this, Triarch Stalker is apparently a smaller unit than Tomb Blade. Weird how they do these things. What's the coolest card I've seen, which is doesn't like anything special? Let me show you. River Titan. I don't know, there's something about this big thing that looks awesome. You see how they did Void Shields, Gatling Blaster? It's like Void Shield is basically Ward. Ward has protection from mana value 3 or less. So anything targets it, a thing if it has 3 less mana, I can't do anything to it. So like a cheap destroy artifact doesn't work. There are other ways to get rid of it. So pretty cool decks, really.
Instruct me.
There is no way that they're not going to make more of Warhammer stuff. It's like it's super popular. Super popular. I hope they make a set, not just deck, precons. You know, like they did with the Battle for Baldur's Gate. I'm gonna buy the artifact because it might be a long game. Finally need good Warhammer movies. Yeah. And this is so much potential with Warhammer stuff, especially now with the technology has advanced. Game Workshop just waiting to make millions, just having a IP, right? Those MTG cards official, yes. There is now Dungeons & Dragons inside Magic the Gathering universe, because they own both things, and they're making universes beyond, where they have Warhammer 40,000, and Lord of the Rings is coming as well. I think one of the coolest things that happened to Magic the Gathering. Get some friends, you know, I know that's hard. Get 4 of you, get 220 euro, get these 4 decks, and you can play Magic the Gathering Commander with Warhammer 4000. Still cheaper than Tabletop Warhammer.
What is your command? As you wish, Overlord.
Is this game good? So it's free on Epic. I think so. Yeah, I think so. It's kind of lower budget indie company, real indie company, but it's good. If you like Warhammer 4000, I think you're gonna like it. I played quite a bit of it. Nearly 700 hours. I keep coming back to it, you know, from time to time. It's very hard to find good Warhammer 4000 games, they all suck.
Wise choice.
When the units get killed, everybody gets experience within 3 radius of the kill and the killer. Yeah, this game still gets patched and gets new content. Okay, I'm building a city here and I'm gonna get an influence item here. We lost one of the warriors, it's a minor setback. 2 Umbras appear, they're flyers, so they're surprise. Okay, we got a Canoptic Spider as a support unit, and I can also build a city. Found a city, we'll get it here. It's a nice location here. Okay, this is a trader where hero can buy and sell items. And since we have a lot of influence, we'll go for one of the good items, good for the long term. Tantalizing Icon, 160 influence, we get plus 8 influence per turn. So in 20 turns, you start generating 3 influence. It will pay for the Lord's 4, and it's just 4 influence per turn, as long as we have the item. I'm gonna try Dark Tide, maybe. Space Marine 2, probably. Some neophyte hybrids there. Okay, let's see. We got an Annihilation Barge. It's not really no point getting more Necron Warriors unless we're desperate. Got our big guns here. We're running out of ore. Ore is used to upkeep our troops. We're working on it. Could we get another city somewhere here? Maybe it's somewhere here. Canoptic costs 104. Let's get another Canoptic, why not? We have a lot of energy. Necrons build with energy and they upkeep with ore. Since they awake stuff, there's basically a legion of them sleeping underground, and they just need energy to wake up or you know, construct things. Second city is 40 energy, 40 influence. We build immediately here. This is one good thing with Necrons. If you are bad at planning cities, or you know, min-maxing the settings, well, there's always, you know, just like you have to build only on top of Necron tombs. It's straightforward. As you can see, it also gets a real core, so immediately gets a bunch of outputs. And we're gonna get the ore tile. We need ore.
What is your command?
What do we have here? This is a melee hero. We could wait a turn and get him another item. What's his armor? 8 right now? I think we should, since we are here. We need more levels on that guy so we can get more population limit. I was like say like they haven't taken it yet. Yeah, what do we have here? What's best in 8 here? Just get 2 items, 2 armor. He's only 8 armor, he's regenerating, so it's kinda overkill. 1 movement is okay, 25% more melee damage. 25% more attacks. What's our attack limit? 3 and 2, that's excellent. That's the first item, more attacks. Sealed weapon system. Okay, it activates next turn. Sometimes you have to inspect the weapons and abilities on the hero before deciding what you're gonna get, especially if they have limited options. Gonna get some ore here. Gonna need a loyalty building too. 1 loyalty building. Rock shrine. I think we go for extra infantry armor and animation protocols first. I think we'll take a Baroque Shrine first. There's a lot of similarities between the universe and Spartan. And not the same universe, but they use a lot of similar things. Naming and stuff. We can't handle those Umbras because this is a ground hero. But range is coming. And ore. We need to find a landed location to expand. Hopefully we don't get attacked in the meantime. Got a Canoptic Spa. Ooh, and we can change it now. We'll go to south, this support unit. What's the weaponry here? There's a close combat weapon, average, and a twin link particle beamer. That was not bad as a blast. Okay. We can use a fabricator claw ray to repair vehicles or fortification unit. This is a living metal, right? It wasn't always, but they added it later.
Yes, Overlord. A wise choice. What is your
We have 2 kills here. Sometimes how the experience is gonna get activated or morale loss for the enemy, order of things is like critical.
I will listen.
I finally fixed the Void Strike, it used to be bad.
My victory is guaranteed.
Might as well get some more firepower, why not? Let's see how we go with the Annihilation Barge. They cost like 2 warriors. I almost fell asleep with Battlefield Gothic on Fred's stream and I had just drank a Monster Energy drink. I didn't see really anything special about that game. But, you know, I haven't really played it. Annihilation Barge is a Ghost Cannon and a Twin Link Test Destructor. There's a lot of attacks in this one. This melts infantry. It's a schemer that is a living metal too. Seems like this is disgusting because it's one model, so it doesn't get weaker as it gets damaged.
I will listen. What is your command? You will not stand in my way.
Well, it's like to each his own, right? Everybody has different interests. You know, like my brother and his friends, they like sports games, like, you know, soccer or basketball. I don't think anything would put me into common fest in those games. Even in a social events, when, you know, they eat, drink and play those games. Smoke, eat, drink and play those games. I guess it might be okay with friends. But playing online with, you know, screaming kids from England, and I don't think so. Sometimes when I'm in the kitchen and there's a guy screaming, like, clearly, you know, like, teen, and it's like, don't even understand that there are other people on the, you know, on the other side of the screens. Doomblade is a really fast unit, but I'm not a fan of it in really. It's easily destroyed. Spartan says sometimes this chat scares me. It's because you know the red name. You need to camouflage with the other red names. You know, when you enter new communities and new environments where you know you have to first investigate what's going on, and then you have to just have your own thing, or you know, join into the crowd. You need to blend in, and the best thing blend in, just put red color your name. I have not seen this ghost arc before. It's like, it doesn't seem like it's gonna suit us, but let's agree it for science. Don't feel weird, man, me. Knanovic, you're a red name yourself. What the fuck, man? It looks like there might be some enemies nearby here. It's a research stuff here. There's a... Ooh, look at that. And there's another here. Enjoy some Tesla weapons.
Yes, Overlord. Yes, Overlord.
One is a little bit of regeneration.
Instruct me. My victory is guaranteed.
3.8 attacks. Or and this tile for the extra stuff here, same for this one. This guy needs to regenerate. Not low in the orb warp. Hey Jenga. This one might actually be destroyed here if they have another unit. Things do have good arm penetration. These things can clear wildlife, no problem. Oh, there's a mobile hull projector. There's an artifact that grants 10% health to all units. Getting a little bit closer. This is all still in our area here. We can build a city here. It'll be good for research. This guy's in trouble. We could use necrodermis repair.
I will listen. A simple task. Pathetic creatures.
What kind of damage are we expecting here? Survival? Unless they get enforced. Leave it to chance. Send troops here. 60 influence is a lot at this point. I would like that if this place was research and this place was influence. Like, nice to have like a trader here. See that the uptime on these units is not too... Okay, now all our units have 10% more health. 1 energy, 1 influence per turn. Of course. I have to build a city here, and that should be very good for now. We need to get a loyalty building every city if we're gonna have 3 cities. We'll go tall from that. 3 cities for Necron seems okay for a map like this. There's a shop here, very good. Yeah, this is 30 energy. Another canoptic. Necron Lord. Will we be able to build a city here? We need 80 for turns. Right now, it seems like inconvenient to expand. 80. Oh, there's chaos here. I'm not sure we're ready to fight them. Maybe they're busy with somebody else. It can be good here. We do have regeneration. 2 AP and 25% more damage. That's just nasty shit. Much about saying for the city, huh? It's active next turn. Animation protocols, growth rate. Oh, what is the? It's the efficient animation protocols. Animation rituals. Oh, these are the protocols. I get the extreme to the armor. Yeah, we got some chaos here. It looks like a recent news build a city. We need 80-80 here next turn. So what do we need the most right now? Loyalty building. Especially, we lose loyalty every time we expand. Every city gets penalty loyalty for expansion. Chaos cultists here. Not very good against these flies, but they have 10 guns. The wasps wants to impregnate our warriors to breed more wasps. Yeah, third city. Need some volcanic area, very good for ore. One of them is plus 40% more ore. Don't have enough influence to acquire a tile. What is this? 20 research? Got a research building, why not? Can't really attack this, they're just gonna switch all their military on us. Should possibly investigate their military first. What's this? Got one slot here, production. Energy is very good, we just need some more. Gonna need a loyalty building here, it's minus 7.6 now. So every city above first city reduces loyalty in all cities by 6. Yeah, I want to play some Necrons for a while, really. Oh, level up, plus 2 population limit all cities. God damn, Necron Lords are so good with God's dead. But if you lose them, it can be really bad. Yeah, let's go Ghost Arc, see what is it about. was almost enough. This purple thing is wire weed. It blocks movement, causes damage, but the other units are what they call skimmers. I don't bother with quests now. If the quest is turned on, it's primarily first time and or the Lord of Skulls, but most times have been turned off.
Instruct me. You will not stand in my way.
Guys don't even have damage.
Instruct me.
Barseers, I should kill them last. 26 uniform, minus 12 loyalty here. Yeah, the city has a lot of population. We actually cannot really afford this right now, just get a loyalty increase first. Losing outputs and production because of it. Blades are good when you have extra resources, they can just move in and finish up things because they're really fast. Are you going to some friend? These things are not evading, they just get murdered by the extra trucks. We have now quite nice damage because of this Morning Blade. Instead, Twin Tesla Destructor is a lot of damage. Link? Sure. It's Skyfall. Skyfall. So you basically, this is the website. Skyfall.com. You have advanced search. You have advanced search. I'll give you the link. And when you're looking at the cards, you have sets here. And you can just search Warhammer and then click on the Warhammer stuff. Wasn't there like Walking Dead as well? What is it called? Was some kind of... Somebody mentioned some Walking Dead stuff. But was that fan made and not official? It was a secret lair. Secret lair. You got links to some of the cards. There was basically existing cards, just with different art. We have okay energy right now, but let's not just go crazy on them. This should be very good research. So at least 2 research buildings here. Oh, there's a chaos spawn moving around. Tesla Destructor lost those. Twin Tesla Destructor. What's better than 1 gun on the vehicle? 2 guns. This thing has... I was in the ruins. Chaos spawns are really tough. Mark of Zinch as well. Let's not take our chances here. Let's wake these things. It's interesting. Ghost arcs before the Inhalation Barge and costs more. It's out of order here. It's lack of consistency. Looks like a minor bug or issue. An oversight. I guess an oversight is the right thing. It does hit a lot hard. Yeah, I like Chaos Spawn because they're fast. Extra infantry armor. Our infantry all got tougher. Each point of armor is like 8.3% damage reduction. I feel like they're gonna get killed if I move them here. Looks like we're dealing with chaos on the border here. Might be busy with somebody else as well. Oh, this one's trying to go away. Oh, there's a battle cannon here. Recognize it by sound. This thing has just a lot of attacks, no blast. Gauss weapons do scale though. Should fire the Gauss weapons first. Void strike here. Oh, there's a Necron Chaos Lord here. Those are real scary. That's some really scary shit. Kill him before he gets high rank. Might kill the Canoptic Spider here. Yeah, let's get a Void Strike to 9 attacks. Oh, that's gonna hit so hard with gear. Items. Canoptic Raids, huh? More dab, arm protection, Gauss weapons. Gauss weapons. We're using Tesla weapons for primary damage right now. Growth rate of Necron cities. Ah, we do have 2 fresh cities. Okay, as oh boy. Okay, it's going like, I mean, if it doesn't have much attacks. It's limited how much you can kill depending on number of attacks. It's really strong against single targets. So if you basically imagine you have a massive gun, but it only fires 1 round, so it's 1 attack, like a last cannon. So you can only shoot 1 guy, meaning the other 4 guys are safe. So it's not very effective against infantry, but it's gonna be very effective against like a tank. Some Chaos Space Marines down there. This guy is in trouble here. We have our Lord on the move. We don't have Void Strike available though. This is inside our outpost, so I have some protection. I'm gonna go around to protect this thing. It needs to repair a bit. Has range attacks to shoot from low ground. Let's see how much damage we get here. 2.3, that's a very low. Ah, goddamn, this thing is tough. Will also reflect melee damage. It's not even worth talking.
Yes, Overlord.
Look at this. My guy hits this guy for 2.3, and their guy hits me for 5.8. Fucking hell, man, that Thunderhammer.
Instruct me.
Our best bet here is to just push out damage to retreats. Scale first. That's enough to kill him. Hopefully we don't kill ourselves. Okay, it was only reflected to 1.7 damage. Oh, very good. Okay, cry is averted. Suicided there pretty much. But how do they know? They have to respect fog of war. They don't have spy satellites in this game. The new DLC for Gladius in November with the new factions, Adeptus Sororitas. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. Cool to see. Oh, that's a Warpsmith. I'm not really intimidated by a Warpsmith. Oh, does have a one good attack. This shit can surprise. Mecha tendrils murder you with a bunch of tentacles. I have Void Strike next turn. We should not get pulled into this, we should just pull out. Pull out and regroup. Overwatch exists. Our units slightly damaged, so better heal everybody. They might have a lot more units in the back. Okay, we need more tiles here. This one has one loyalty building. That's about 40 here, and okay. Ore, we need ore. We need ore, a little bit of energy, just a little bit of energy. Planning for the future. Let's get energy. Energy hit there. We'll get ore here. Okay, they're moving in. See, Overwatch delivers. They don't have any hard hits except that Warsmith, but Warsmith attack is limited. It's a cooldown, I think. It's cooldown a couple turns. Void Strike on the Warsmith. Ooh, nearly dead. There's a massive experience here. Look at the level here. 5.2. Those Chaos Cultists are only nasty if they're full strength. And marked by Slanesh, when there is no turn, they're not really special. It's only very good in their turn. I kinda wanna use an Annihilation Barge to weaken the Cultists or Space Marines. They don't have anything special here. This one is a little bit tougher. Not sure they did much about the marks, but I think it's also still a lot of health. Our only option with the city is to shoot the Chaos Spawn, and there's a large blast here and a Gauss, so we should open fire here first. This thing does not die to the Annihilation Barge. Missing I guess the AP. This thing rolled armor mutation. Currently has armor, otherwise it would be dead. We still kill this. The Chaos Cultists don't have AP. But I can still do something.
What is your command?
I think we still hit the Warpsmith here, but we'll hit the tree at least.
I have waited too long for this.
He actually dies here to Annihilation Barge. That's both heroes dead.
Yes,
Should be crippled at this stage. Canoptic tanked the hit there and survived. Oh, time for repairs. I have a Canoptic here because it's 8 armor. And it has living metal, so it's basically just gets in the way. It's a tank. Those guys probably get killed here, but yeah, we need to withdraw. They're taking a lot of damage, I think. If I lose rank 4 warrior, I don't think it's a big deal. They're also in a Imperial Ruins there. Some risk here. We'll see what happens.
I will listen.
I'm not sure if these guys can shoot. With ore here. There, best one. So it looks like Chaos is bringing everything in. We might have enough units just to hold ground. Nothing really heavy here. No autocannons. It's a medium up. Medium up for factions. Very hard. These things are so good against infantry. Oh, there's another one there. Bell cannon as well. Oh, I forgot about a bell cannon. I'm gonna repair here. Can do that once a turn.
What is your command? I concur. Instruct me. Yes, Overlord. I will
That's
listen.
not a good move with I should have killed this one and then moved this gun to attack the Chaos Space Marines. Didn't see it at the time.
I will listen.
This one needs repair. Get a bar, another barge is coming up. What the city needs? Loyalty and space. It's gonna start dropping growth in a few turns. We're playing with energy, we're playing for the future. That Necron warrior looks dead. Ooh, they lived. Oh, they did. Rank 5 Necron were dead. They're gonna take some damage now as well. What is this? +1 growth? Looks like it's 1.4. How'd I get that number? Is there a target here? I like this battle cannon here, but I lost some morale. Gauss cannon has scales. Experience goes all the way to here. Annihilation barrage is doing wonders against infantry. These thing guys do tend to have a lot of infantry early on.
Instruct me.
Necrons have such an advantage. I think they need autocannons or the Chaos Lord to kill these things. Tier 6. Gear 6. I think it's plus 1 research per archive. We have what? 2, might get 3. Vision and animation protocols. I think it's gonna be 2.7. Should also get better living metal as well. Man, the annihilation barges are such bullshit in the early game. Holy fuck, man, this is a disgusting unit.
Yes, Overlord.
A guard.
Come, minions, aid your master.
Looks like they get a unit of elite infantry.
We are watching. A suitable foe.
Melee weapon. I think that's good health here. If they go after it, doesn't matter. It's a cheap unit. Need to get some more ore. Use ore to up per units. The city is fucked now that they've lost their army.
Your request. We are your executioners. To think I was once like you.
Yep, slaughtered. And what the fucking chaos do against the Necrons? I guess they need more units, more difficulty, and then you get to stomp yourself. They're gonna have like 3 units on each of your units. These things are just crazy against infantry. Haven't even upgraded Tesla weapons. The uptime on the there's no downtime on Necrons, it's just like... it's crazy. It's a unit called a Ghost Arc. Ghost Arcs are tasked with traveling for remnants of Necrons and able to self-repair. The covered components are set upon by swarms of constructor scarabs that return all Necrons to full function. Must be nice having self-repairs. Repaired warriors are then locked in stasis until the Ghost Arc is at capacity, at which point it will either return its cargo to their tomb world or else deploy them directly into battle. Ghost Arcs are often used as conventional transports that ferry reinforcements into battle. However, they truly come into their own once their grim cargo has disembarked, drifting behind the ranks of Necrons. The arcs flicker with emerald energies as they repair one fallen foot soldier after another. The enemy can only watch with dawning horror as their best efforts to slay the Necrons are undone. It's 2 Ghost Flare arrays, lots of attacks, low arm penetration, but it's Gauss effect. And has ability called Repaired Barge. It restores the hit points of the target allied Necron infantry or monster creature unit. It's basically like a canoptic spider just for infantry or monsters. Support unit, transport. Assault vehicle. Increase the hit point at the moment.
What is your command? We are
It's nearly going down. Or here.
The shifting aegis of Zinch shall be yours. None can deter you from your unholy path.
I'm hearing these guys. The chaos stuff. I'm one time just hitting Slash out of nowhere.
Yes, Overlord.
Once hero skills like this, like it's just a matter of time before everything just gets murdered because of that. And they crippled here. This might be the capital.
Gladius will be yours, Overlord.
And that guy's tough, Marco Zinch.
Yes, Overlord. What is your command?
They're having to produce more vehicles. There's another city on the other side. So what is this now? 2.7. What the? That can't be right. No. They double it? Wasn't it 2.7? What the fuck have they done with Necrons, man? It's fucking disgusting. If you don't kill them, they just don't die. This used to be 1 health per turn, and the technology would give you, I think, like another half. Then they doubled it too. It was a 2.7 in the beta, and now it's 4. That can't be right. That is disgusting. Holy shit. That is sick. That's the most disgusting thing in the game. AI gets that shit and high difficulty, you're fucked. Necrons are really immortal unless you have enough to kill them when you attack. And they're really tough as well.
You will not stand in my way.
I guess it makes sense for the late game, but Living Metal is tier 3. And you get reanimation and vision reanimation on tier 6. I don't know, man. That seems stupid overpowered to me. I don't play multiplayer, so what I know. They balance the game around multiplayer. Bolt is deadly at short range. Tamir says, thought your Carl campaign looked good, so I tried my own today and got destroyed by faces, so thanks. Yeah, it's, the early game is no joke. It's challenging on the Empire early game. I don't remember Reichland having such a good early game ever.
Gladius will be yours, Overlord.
I heard English cake. I heard. That's a bummer. Made some good news, man. They built 4 cities. Man, I thought I was expanding. They expanded even better. Forget Scales expands fast.
Aid your master.
Yeah, they can expand I think the fastest. Only bolters are 1 range, 2 range. As a rapid fire and half range. Yeah, this thing doesn't do anything against the fortress. Oh, this is gonna live.
Instruct me.
This place needs a loyalty building, but let's get ore first. Putting a lot of pressure here. If we don't get interrupted, they're dead. Is this also +2? Holy shit.
What is your command? Our shame will be undone. We are watching. Your demise aids our redemption.
And that demon is dead.
I will listen.
Void Strike plus 12 attacks. I mean, Void Strike is looking pretty nice these days. This would be so underwhelming.
My conquest resumes.
Melee weapons AP. We only use melee weapons Necron Lord right now. I guess Canoptek has it as well, but I got a Doomsday Arc. Probably build another temple. What's the rope talons?
Prove your passion for excess to Slanesh. The march of heresy is unrelenting.
This Yakon looks very similar to the Chaos Space Marines.
Your request. Judgment descends from above. You have been judged.
Plus 12 attacks, that's 9.6, 33.4.
You will bow.
Man, that's gonna skill like crazy with some items.
Die.
What the? Just destroy the city, the demons don't even flinch. In the distressed city, nearly dead, they're still on high morale. Those things are nasty, especially if outnumbered. Okay. Scout ahead. Little jink. Uses temporary range damage reduction. This is another big city here. And the chaos is done. Hey, Chris. Let's see if maybe they changed something about Tomb Blades. I'll get another Necron Lord. Might as well get another Necron Warrior as well. More bodies. This range too, if you don't move, he has a lot of attacks. Shop here. That cultist moving around. Oh, God damn, look at that shit. Just allow him when they pop it like that. One cultist went around and did that shit. As this 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1. I think the Elder and Imperial Guard are fighting. So I haven't seen them. Can actually shop here. Okay, so we got the Morning Blade. This gives us cleave. 25% more damage, melee damage. The digital weapon is also nice. Duskblade gives lifesteal, but this guy doesn't need lifesteal. Lightning Gauntlet could be used together with Void Strike for mega damage. And I guess we'll make it godlike, getting into more armor.
Instruct me. Command, aid your master.
More armor regeneration is gonna be more effective. This is active now for damage, 9.2. 30 damage. Oof. Okay, we got a killer here, boys. Allowing the new Void Strike used to be underwhelming. There's a Skull Altar here, we can also get more attacks. Oh, there's anybody here. Level up here. Defense purples left. Need more tiles. The city. Some stuff. Might as well get the more production buildings, since we're gonna use only one city for production. Narf's limited spawn in the game. I play on very low, so I don't think so. I don't think they did. Let's finish off chaos so we can backdoor somebody else. Yeah, I'm doing very low English cake. Very low seems okay. I think, at least for my preference. When they balance the game, they do it around multiplayer. I don't know. I don't play multiplayer. Extra vehicle armor. Or a skull should spawn soon. Those barges are without even extra damage.
Instruct me. As you wish, Overlord.
How did... Aha, it's open ground. That was like the obstacle there. Tomb blades. Deadly, fast and deadly, but squishy. I got one of the fastest units in the game. Doomsday arcs are all coming online. Another temple here. One life here.
Instruct me. I will listen.
40.6 damage. Damn.
Will is indomitable.
It's basically when you have everything ready. See if there's anything there. Maybe get another Tomb Blades. No, I don't think one is gonna do it there. Like he's gonna be just an expendable scout.
I sleep no longer. Come minions, aid your master.
Another Necron Lord, get another dynasty going.
Gladius will be yours, Overlord.
Kind of crazy when you're getting ahead, like you're throwing such a grinder that happens in the middle. They're really generating 4 health per turn. Holy fuck.
What is your command? What is your command? I concur.
The Umbra's there, right? Oh. Nope. Our unit's too small for that. Elders are here. Yep, Elder is here. Chaos went north. I guess the living metal technology does make Tomb Blades better. It matters a lot for that unit. Tomb Blades have actually 2 technologies.
What is your command? A simple task. Instruct me. Pathetic creatures.
The case is done. Yeah. The warp-infested humans are no longer a threat. Curiously, the larger combatants we defeated were not human at all. They seemed to be part flesh, part machine, and part warp entity. If you are interested in combining metal bodies with warp-based energies, souls, we should investigate their remains to see if we can make any progress. Rot. Oh, so they're fighting here with the Elder. What is this? What did they say for the Astra Militarum? Weak, fleshy race, humans are fast-breeding and intensely territorial. Their strength lies in their numbers, their war machines, and their formations. Disrupt them and they will crumble like sculptures in the sand. A lot of comics are here.
Your demise is our redemption.
My barges are busy down here. What they say for the Elder? We recognize these. They were a creation of the old ones, shortly before our interment. They are more saturated with the materium than when we encountered them before, and their technology has degenerated slightly. They should pose no threat. I think the Capital Dari and the Necrons supposed to have the deadliest weapons in the Warhammer universe. So if the Necrons commented that on that, then Necrons probably have the deadliest weapons in this universe. Who do you guys think have the deadliest weapons? Who do you actually have the deadliest weapons in the Warhammer universe? I feel like it's the Necrons. And they are one of the oldest civilizations. It's kind of weird they would have the best weapons. The older race, the more advanced. Is the Elder who have the second most advanced weapons? Isn't the technology the Imperium uses salvaged from the Necrons? summon technology. But they haven't perfected it like Necrons did. What do Necrons have compared to the Scorpion for heavy hitters? Obelisk and Tesseract Volt. Also Transcendent Catan. Because when the Imperium uses stuff like plasma weapons or chaos, it does have some of the downside. Meanwhile, the Eldar has plasma weapons, they have no downside. While the Necrons have been strong in the plasma weapons. And they're supposed to be like the deadliest weapons. This gate seemed like way too easy to destroy. Emerald Dragon says most threatening weapons is probably Necrons, but I think Tyranids have the most threatening army, even with the minimum size that is confirmed for them. Oh, don't the Tyranids target the anything that has biomass? So Imperium is probably the #1 target for them. They would ignore the Necrons, I think. I guess Imperium is deep shit because of that. Like that last big update for the game where they rebalanced the game that made Necrons so OP. Well, Imperium is the largest in the universe, right? So that makes you make a lot of enemies. Could take this. The Chimera here. It's a transport tank. I'll go for 3 larger cities here. And get more here. Okay, tier, where are we at? Tier 7. We can get a monolith going. Shelters can get more population. Also get Nameless Causeway. Don't usually go with air with Necrons. Let's go air. So, what's the downside of Tyranids then? They're just moving slowly? But when they arrive, you're fucked?
What is your command? I will listen.
Can see an elder city here. Buildings increase energy and loyalty, so we don't really have to get an energy building. Upkeep ore. Tyranids have the shadow of the warp. Shortly before Tyranid invasion, the whole system gets cut out of the warp and every psyker dies. So, sounds very spooky. They're saying that the Hive Mind, the main Tyranid thing, is a very powerful psyker. Well, maybe the most powerful one. They're actually getting wrecked here. Oh, hey there. The Jink here, they might have firepower around. I didn't expect the Imperium Guard to be bullying the Elder. There's a city here. Some ratlings here shooting. Another one as well. They push some damage there. Haven't put any Necron lords on the risk. Isn't the Emperor stuck in the warp, fighting eternally, something like that? Need to check a lore video on the Golden Throne, the Emperor. It's basically just an artifact, huh? So who's the main person in the Imperium right now? Who's the head? Gilliman. Ultramarine Primarch. Uh-huh. Weapon teams. Our guys are very tough, but there might be some other shit here. But they haven't even infantry build. Should damage the heavy weapon squad.
We will not be stopped. There, not too late.
They built a city here recently.
Instructory.
The city was popped here.
What is your command? What is your command?
This guy's just what is it? An L3? Get another item next turn. I don't have any weapons to defeat our Necron Lord. It's all basically just numbers. They nearly finished the Elder here.
As you wish, Overlord.
Put these things in transport for now, in case you need them to use.
To think I was once like you.
This thing can tank some serious damage here. I'm not even sure whether I need to kill him. He's literally a god on the earth to these units. Well, the Ratlings do okay damage.
Yes, Overlord. Your dynasty spreads.
So if we're gonna have a Ghost Ark, we need 3 infantry units. I guess the warriors are the only one we did research. Don't have upgraded their weapons. Doomsday Ark has a big gun. Doomsday Cannon low power and Doomsday Cannon high power. High power is active if it hasn't moved. The low power it's after it moving. Also has a Ghost Flare array. It's basically a Ghost Flare array.
What is your command? I go forth.
Okay, we're running out of energy. This causeway.
I will listen. I have waited too long for this.
Looks like this area is not has a bunch of wildlife. It's not been explored. Two annihilation barges should do it. These guys are still somehow alive. The D cannon looks like it cannot fire for some reason. Can overwatch because of barrage. That's a massive damage. Baroque Covenant, increase the loyalty output of Baroque shrines, gone toll. And the other weapons are crazy. One of the highest damage weapons in the game. What's the range on this thing? 2? Lose line of sight if we move like that,
I will listen. I will listen.
Oh, that city is weak to 3-range weapons.
I will listen.
The infantry unit with living metal.
What is your command?
Sure on that.
Gladius will be yours over. My conquest for you.
Slowly breaking the morale here. One org and both alchemic quarries. Look like banshees. They don't have much AP. Right into Umbras. Ah, we can survive that.
Instruct me. As you wish.
It makes you wonder where the hell their shit is. They're all around. One repairs vehicles. Vulgans are trouble for this unit. They're on Blow Cliff. Just gonna get this guy here and I'll start the city. Benches don't have good AP here. We can tank that. Okay, a lot of units losing the 23 orb per turn. And those Guardians basic unit, actually those weapons have damaged the Annihilation Barge. Lemon Rust Bell tank. We're in position soon. This unit is so squishy, but there's decent weapons.
Must be restored. A suitable foe. A simple task.
Guys, I think fight, so don't come back.
What is your command? Yes, Overlord.
Ogren's very tough with brute shields. When the Elder fire one of their top weapons and they barely make a scratch on the Necron Lord. Somebody's gone. Minus 27 ore. We have to stop the bleed of ore. But I guess because we were constructing buildings at a really fast rate. 3 cities.
Instruct me. I will listen. My victory is guaranteed.
Haven't even upgraded Gauss weapons. Ooh, they got the big one. Fusion gun. Fire dragons. That was the right unit to kill that unit. Now they spawn on top of us, nothing we can do there. Sometimes that shit happens. One barge down.
Instruct me.
Yeah, that's a very deadly weapon.
What is your command? Pathetic.
This is the lost city from the looks of it. Can upkeep this right now, and we're also doing the map at the same time. Oh, so this is where all the wildlife went. Drink here. So Imperium has built a lot of shit. Got all for 2 turns. They got spawned too close to each other, so nobody went that corner to clear. Maybe artifact there.
Instruct me.
Things have what? No armor.
What is your command? What is your command?
Still losing resources.
You will
Still losing resources. No room here to construct anything. 20. should be fine. Like our ultimate foe will be the Imperium. It's surprisingly doing a lot of damage to the Necron Lord. We're pretty much doing everybody at once. It's gonna give us more ore.
Instruct me. I concur. Common means aid your master.
Do have some health here. This thing does have this really tanky. The cybernetic data smith here. It's the one that repairs. We get more ore, we won't be able to get some units. Oh, that's a shit ton of stuff from the Astra Militarum. Holy shit, they are multiplied like crazy. Pull them in those Castellan robots, I guess. Who's one range in that one? Ooh, we need some bigger stuff for this shit. It's the tankiest shit we have. Went for air, but fuck air when that's coming against you. Like by the time we get those buildings up, air has to come in order to finish those stuff, not to deal with the main force. We need tanks.
Yes, Overlord. Pathetic creatures. Yes, Overlord.
One-shotting a Castellan robot.
My victory is guaranteed.
The D cannon doesn't do shit against our regeneration. I feel like this is another good spot to stay. Give defense protocols here and see if how many come. It's last one turn.
What is your command? What is your command?
A lot of energy again. Save for the monoliths. I'm building also more stuff. We have what, 3 temples. That doesn't look like they had anything against monoliths. Monoliths are really hard to destroy. We have 3 temples. It's kind of pointless to feel like they're building air buildings at this point. We have the 3 temples out. They haven't even cleared the other sides as usual. Buildings and bird shields are pretty tanky, especially if there's like forests and imperial ruins and the city nearby. All odds up with the toughness. I think those guys are gonna get a hit anyways.
I will listen.
I popped the unit here. Most of the gates are already done. The city's too damaged to produce any resources, I think. You can see they have a lot of shit.
Yes, Overlord. To think I was once
Healer done. The Asam Tarum was just finished them off when we arrived. Just made a switch. The old one's creations are as weak as ever, where they themselves are impossibly strong. It said we should seal off all webway gates we can find to ensure there is no chance of having to face them again.
What is your command?
Sure, they can see us at this distance.
Yes,
So I will buy us time. What do we have at the end? Post pylon. Let's get the big stuff. Some research. Gotta have like 30 units in this whole war here. The monolith is an ancient war monument of unmatchable destructive potential. When its massive silhouette looms over a battlefield, it will lay waste to entire armies with sobbing torrents of ghost fire and the deafening crack of its particle whip. 11 armor. That's what we need. Good luck destroying this. What does this cost? 160 energy. 3 turns to build one. Nice, I'll get one. Necron seems way too precious to risk with the +6 population limit.
I go forth. I will listen.
Last table of weapons get 1 AP. What's the other upgrade on the weapons? Let's get all these upgrades in one turn. There are a couple of turns behind us here, but they'll eventually get closer. This is Tesla weapons. This is a Gauss weapon.
What is your command? What is your command?
Haven't even cleared this area. Maybe they'll clear it now. Oh, they pinned us here.
Yes, Overlord.
And then these guys at home.
Instruct me. I concur.
369 influence. And the +2 arm was the right way, they added a lot of damage there. New expansion. This is a Gauss weapon. It's really tanky. It's not as bad as Obelisk, but it's really tanky.
A simple task.
The Ghost Ark's done. Weapon get +1 AP. And weapon fighters with Gauss weapons +1 AP.
What is your command? What is your command?
Let's see if I just go for their city there. Will they go around? I think our units are faster. Strike the city here before they arrive. That is the grenade on Lord Converse to do so much damage. Let's have some serious arm throw there. You can get ability to get it back. Maybe he got back recently. I guess, yeah, it's like or buffed. Where they are. The obelisks to delay them while we target some of their stuff. Obelisk, I mean monolith. Thing is really tanky, 11 armor. This place is gonna need the population, huh? They're just a large blast weapon. I'm gonna try to start the city before, while they split. That's 27 damage, very nice. If it was one difficulty higher, Spartan would be a grinder for 3 days. Or we would be dead. But Necrons are overpowered. Yeah. People said it many times regarding how the units are built. This is increase the hit points restoration from necrodermis repair. I think it's gonna be to +8. 8 plus 10. I have a lot of shit. Has Overwatch from the monolith. Ancient Barriers not gonna cut it against numbers anymore. Especially if they have brutes, Bulgarins. That city is fucked though. There's some nasty Overwatch potential here. They're coming just one turn before we're gonna pull out. This war, we gotta pull out sometimes. Out of energy. That's what happens when you recruit big stuff. That's Overwatch. They were about to build a city with that one somewhere. And balloons are so tough. Looks like ideal to get close. Now we'll be able to get Overwatch as well. There's a lot of stuff here. It's a monolith, yeah. It's like a flying pyramid. Losing one of them, they're gonna have mega experience. Just split them a bit at least. Got two lords. Still not enough to finish this one off. Goes the morale.
Yes, Overlord. Your inferior weapons cannot.
What's the range on this thing? 3 tiles. The monolith's gonna take a lot of damage. Imagine being a guy from a random human colony and you wake up to find your city getting attacked by floating pyramids. Imagine you have a thriving city built on top of Necron tomb, and they all of a sudden, you know, they just get up, destroy the whole city in an earthquake or some shit, and start taking everything over. Like, this is not your planet, it's theirs. Gotta do damage here without losing units. And use our big bodies. Destroy one of the cities are gonna slow down a bit in that, at least in that case. Those tanks also have to go down.
Yes, Overlord. Your inferior weapons cannot harm me.
See, those things are real tough.
Come, minions, aid your master. Die with dishonor.
A better uptime. You're gonna have to pull out eventually. Maybe those monoliths gonna be enough to separate their army. I nearly got this one down.
What is your command?
Get another tank here.
Come, minions, aid your master.
Let's look if there's anything else here.
All dynasties shall be united.
The repair also can give us some advantage as long as we have influence. Okay, back to the morale. This tree will clear this, no problem. Then make sure that we don't put them on too much risk. As this thing get leveled up, they're gonna get very strong. Obelisk. Yeah. We're gonna pay for that shit. Obelisk is like a dead little version of a monolith. There goes the tank, there goes the morale. Keep repairing this.
I will listen. A wise choice. You will bow before me, or die.
Yeah, actually, the mindset at the start of this game, I lost immediately one of my Necron warriors to Umbra. Been pushing this with everything. I was a bit disappointed how Tomb Kings are in Warhammer Total War. Really? Mech, huh?
Instruct me.
Can take some damage. We have 3 of them now. Put one here and we can overwatch maybe with this one. Destroy one of our units that recover morale. Just gonna keep a couple more of them and they're gonna be crippled. That was a good overwatch.
What is your command? Descends from above by order of our lords.
He almost sounds like one of the Space Marines.
Yes, Overlord.
Maybe it's the same guy. Voiced it. There's Overwatch here. I think Command is real tough.
Gladius will be yours, Overlord. You will bow before me, or die.
Looks like this is clear.
Yes, Overlord.
3 obelisks are way too, 3 monoliths are way too much here for these units. This city has grown quite a bit. Now we're running out of energy. Constantly low. We're building everything. Shooting snipers on literally flying pyramids. If they don't have enough damage, these units will just basically out-heal their damage.
Your dynasty spreads. I have waited too long for this. As you wish, Overlord.
This one gets starting to lose morale. Better repaired in the back. Doom's Arcs do really good with the experience. Valkyrie. Skulls for the Sculptor on turn 113. Lower Skull somewhere. Defeat him and get damage reduction. Hopefully it's not close to one of my cities. Thinking surprise.
As you wish, Overlord.
There goes Think Commander. We got a good item setup for this damage. Kinda surrounded here. Who is really surrounded? Are they surrounded or are we surrounded? City has no morale right now. Pulling out. Obelisk technology. He has like insane amount of attacks. They abandoned the city. Open fire, boys. Open fire, minions. That was an execute on the city.
instruct me. Come, minions, aid your master.
Jump over it, huh?
I will listen. Come, minions, aid your master.
City here. We have to kill those things that build cities. And the second tank commander is down.
Yes, Overlord.
Hey, Bumblum. Having no downtime because of that 4 health region is insane. Especially I got numbers. Oh boy. That's the strongest thing in the game. Maybe it will ignore my city. We can't fight it here. Always at a bad time, this guy.
Request. I will listen. To think I was once like you.
The force is blocking this one.
Praetorians. All dynasties shall be united.
Their units are incredibly hard to kill because of their evasion.
Praetorians. Instruct me. Praetorians.
Comes back because of the last ability. Didn't get any energy tiles. He's not going for the city. So it all took 3 obelisks to crush everything they had.
As you wish, Overlord.
This is nice to have a couple of these still around to finish off survivors. As we move towards the city, everybody's just gonna heal to max health.
My victory is
Mostly printing units in the cities. That's right. I want to play some Necrons. I haven't played them in a long time.
What is your command? To think I was once like you.
Have you seen the change to regeneration?
As you wish, Overlord.
The reanimation protocols and living metal. So it's used to be 1 health and you get like half from technology, and now it's 2 base and 2 from technology. I get 4 per turn. Thanks, multiplayer. What the fuck was going on in multiplayer that made that change, man? You gotta wonder. Maybe all the bad players playing Necrons, and all the good players playing other factions. That's the only explanation.
Yes, Overlord.
There's one city on top. There's no way they only have 2 cities.
Your inferior weapons cannot harm
Minimal distance here as well. And only is like a lawnmower. Everything is grass. Obelisk costs 50% more. Someone says, may I suggest a nice chill infantry only Imperial Guard was 10 orcs next? Get the fuck out of here, man. Can those chill infantry only be inside vehicles with long barrels? Did the Space Marines games where you're stuck in a corner behind a lake or for a couple of days or something? You mean for a week? For a week?
What is your command?
Going into a grinder like that again scares me.
Aid your master.
Devastating strike down. I have to go around because of the cliff, huh? Damn. Since they got another city here.
All dynasties shall be united. Judgment descends from above. Common minions, aid your master.
Look like it. That 2 cities and spam that many units, goddamn.
Will be preserved.
Guys are blocking me here.
To think I was once like you.
Oh, that was a fast one. The corner was ignored here, mobile hull projector. And the corner was ignored here, old one alpha for damage. So these guys went straight into the Elder. Elder was struggling. And I went straight into Chaos. Chaos might have also been attacking Elder at the same time. Okay, boys, we're done for tonight. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Good night.